Hello friends, welcome to the series Committees of Constituent Assembly. In this episode, we'll see the interesting facts of Constituent Assembly. There were 3 committees in Constituent Assembly whose chairmen were not the members of Constituent Assembly. Now, which were they? Ad hoc committee on Supreme Court, whose chairman was S. Vardacharya. He was not member of Constituent Assembly. Expert committee on the financial provisions of the Union Constitution, whose chairman was Nalin Ranjan Sarkar. He was also not member. And Linguistic Provinces Commission, whose chairman was S. K. Dhar. Again, he was not member of Constituent Assembly. On 3 occasions, the proceedings of the Constituent Assembly were done in camera, and because of which you don't find a record of them in a printed form, that is, that constitutional debates which are there. In that, these 3 days, what transpired in Constituent Assembly, we are not aware. Which are these days? 21st of December 1946, 22nd of January 1947, and 24th of January 1947. Another interesting fact is, Indira Gandhi was member of the Flag Presentation Committee. Further, on 4th of November 1948, condolence meeting was done for Jinnah in Constituent Assembly. This is a very interesting fact. On the first day of Constituent Assembly, that is 9th of December 1946, an election petition was filed by Abdus Samad Khan challenging the membership of Nawab Muhammad Khan Jogai, who was representing British Balochistan. But subsequently, if you go through debates, you don't find any reference as to what happened to this particular election petition. Another important aspect, on 9th of December 1946, that is the first day when the Constituent Assembly sat, press and visitors were present, and further, there was a broadcast done on All India Radio of the entire proceedings. It is important to note that certain committees were formed by Constituent Assembly, certain committees were formed by the President of Constituent Assembly, certain committees were formed by the major committees of Constituent Assembly. For example, Business Committee recommended formation of 2 committees, Union Constitution Committee and Provincial Constitution Committee. Another important aspect, B.N. Rao, who was the constitutional advisor to the Constituent Assembly, had circulated a questionnaire to all the members regarding the concept of President of India, like how he should be elected, what should be his powers, what should not be his powers. And a very interesting fact happened. It was circulated to at least 250 plus members. Only 2 members gave their reply. That was Dr. Shyama Prasad Mukherjee and K.M. Panikar. So except these 2 people, nobody took the cognizance of the questionnaire prepared by B.N. Rao. Now, as far as members are concerned, members came in two forms. One, elected by provincial legislative assembly, and as far as the princely states were concerned, they were nominated by the ruler or the rajas or the maharajas who were there. Now, there were certain committees which were formed only on paper, but they never came into existence. One of the committee was Northwest Frontier Tribal Areas Subcommittee. Now, there was no chairman elected for this, and this committee became redundant after independence. The reason was the provinces covered in this committee, that is Balochistan and Northwest Frontier provinces. Now, what was there in Northwest Frontier provinces? Peshawar, Mardan, Kohat, Banu, Dera Ismail Khan and Hazara. So, after partition, they went into Pakistan. So, this particular committee never functioned. Another important aspect is the constitution was published to seek the opinion of people. It was published in extraordinary issue of the Gazette of India on 26th of February 1948, and people at large, that is whole of India, could give their opinion up to 22nd of March 1948. These were the printed separate volumes which were given to various people. As far as our legal profession is concerned, it is important to note, it was given to the Federal Court of India, it was given to all the high courts, and it was given to all the bar associations of lawyers. Often it is said that this particular thing was published in newspaper. No, it was not published in newspaper. It was reported in newspapers. And who were those newspapers? The Hindustan Times, the Statesman, the Hindu, Amrita Bazar Patrika. They reported, it was never published. So whoever wanted to have his opinion, he was required to give it to the Secretary of Constituent Assembly and not the newspaper. Comments were regularly received from High Court, Bar Association, universities and individuals. So friends, subsequently, after Constitution was enacted, Constituent Assembly served as provincial parliament until the first general election in 1951-52. And a very important aspect again of Constituent Assembly, there were 15 women members in Constituent Assembly. I hope you would have enjoyed this particular video. In our next video, we will see what was the entire timeline in which the Constituent Assembly functioned. Thank you.